All right, we're ready to go. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, it is such a long drive going back home here. But it's one of the most beautiful drives, and I do have some plans to make some more content of me driving this canyon. One idea was a drone, but I just don't think a drone is very safe in this canyon. It would be cool, it can be done, but whether it's legal or safe, I don't know. But I know this canyon is worthy of some drone shots for sure. That's just the problem with drones I've been having lately, is there is kind of such a stigma about them. And then even myself, when I see some guy with a drone, I'm like, really? Like, is the shot that important that you need to fly your drone? And when you're like out overlanding, like some of these guys on YouTube are, when you're out in the wilderness, it's a lot more safe, easy, and it works really well for that application. But for my channel being a car channel, sports cars and stuff, it's not really the best idea to get a drone for me. Like, how often am I going to use a drone, you know? I can't really use it around this canyon very safely. So that's like one thing I've been thinking about lately. So there's a lot of different ways to capture this canyon, and maybe a POV drive shot, I could do something like that. I don't really know, but anyway, this is just gonna be the whole commute up the canyon. I'm just gonna chat and just talk about a few things that are on my mind with my BRZ, with YouTube stuff, daily life stuff. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this style of video. If you guys like this, let me know. Lately I'm just kind of like getting a little burnt out on the BRZ specific videos, so I'm trying to have more variety. And perfect timing with the sun as it's setting later and the days are longer. I have more opportunities to film stuff like this, you know, going home. The past 3 months, I'd be going home and, you know, it's dark out, so like I couldn't get canyon footage if I want. And then in the mornings, oh, there's a dead javelina. Oh my gosh, that was rough. In the mornings, I'm just too tired and I'm too late to try anything. The traffic is so bad right now, guys. I was like really hoping that maybe I could do a couple pulls up the canyon for you, but I'm really seeing the traffic now. I have an old Ford Escort wagon in front of me here, and I want to get past them. That's the fun thing about the canyon for me, is I've driven it so many times. I know where all the passing zones are. I usually just put it in track mode, downshift, and zip past people. I am still on my winter tires though, which are pretty squishy. So I definitely can't wait to get my summers back on, my Michelin Primacies, the stock tires that come with the car. I can't wait to get those back on. The car feels so much better with regular tires, you know, go figure, than with snow tires. All right, we got a chance to pass this guy. Just gonna crack the window a little bit here. For some reason, every time I pass somebody, I need to roll down my window. In my mind, it's like so I can hear things better, but I can see perfectly fine. It is a little sketchy passing people, even in these passing lanes, guys, because there's some blind driveways here and there, and it's a very narrow highway. I got a bunch of oncoming. My passing lane's coming up right now, so I'm gonna downshift. Perfect, we got room. Even with the snow tires though, this thing pulls just fine. I'm very happy with this car. And I did just figure out recently how to not only have track mode engaged, but have all the traction control. Even the eyesight on the 2024 models can be disabled. Everything can be disabled. I don't know, like I guess for snow drifting you would want that, but I don't really know exactly what application that would be good for. But yeah, guys, oh, we got a Jeep right in the middle of the road. These Jeep drivers, I swear, they're so bad. We went to Whole Foods. There's a cool Crosstrek. He's got like boxes on the top. That's pretty cool. Went to Whole Foods, got some milk and cookies, the staple for the household of that Subaru, dude. Absolute staple. And yeah, it's been a long day at work for sure. Did a lot of detailing, a lot of cars came through. It was pretty good, but yeah, time to go home. But yeah, I've been thinking so much about, I drive this canyon every day to go to work, and it is the most beautiful road in Arizona. It's one of them. One of the most beautiful roads in the country. And so I really am I'm gonna try to showcase that, as well as the fact that I am driving my awesome car, you know? So we're gonna start with this, and then I'm getting the Insta360 X4 360 camera, and I'm gonna start doing some cool shots with that as well. But I don't think that that's gonna replace my GoPro. I'm gonna be able to get some awesome shots, like almost like a drone shot of the car. You guys are I'm gonna love this, and I hope you guys do too. You guys probably know about this camera. It's all the hype right now, and I fell into the hype. I bought one. But hey, you know, I'll spend $2,000 on a mountain bike, no problem. But then, God forbid, I spend some money on my YouTube channel to make it better and to make better content for you guys that are watching. So it's just, I don't know. It's funny how the brain works sometimes. Well, what it is it's selfish. Like, I can be so selfish with money, and I'm trying to be less of that, you know, because buying stuff never really makes you happy. Isn't that the truth, guys? I mean, even with the BRZ, like, yeah, I'm happy, but like, you know, it's always like giving back is gonna make you happy, or creating content. Really, like when you create a cool video that you're really proud of, that is very fulfilling, you know? So, well, the problem with YouTube is there's the biggest competition for the lowest effort out there. So if your content is just point and shoot, no really thought process going on there, and then you're just uploading it without editing anything, you know, there's a lot of competition out there for that. Or even a video like this. This is a pretty low effort video. Yes, I'm driving the Canyon. Yes, I'm trying to keep it entertaining for you guys, but really this is one of those just no editing videos. I don't do these very often, but I'm gonna start, I think, sprinkling these in if I have the energy and the motivation. You know, it's my first day of work after my weekend, so I have a little more energy than I would on Saturday after working 4 10s in a row, you know? But 6th gear doesn't make the cut up the canyon. I have to kind of keep it in 5th the whole time. Pretty steady climb. But yeah, I'm thinking like when I do this is more of like a podcast style video, so if anything I should be doing this as a live stream, but you can't really answer live questions when you're driving a windy canyon like this. So if anything, this is a test of my GoPro Hero 11 Black and my microphone, Media Mod microphone on it. And I love the GoPro, guys. Like, it's great. It's a great camera. I don't use it enough. But it's limited to just stuff exactly like this, and maybe a couple outside shots of the car. Other than that, I don't really have a use for this GoPro. But like, there's no way I could set up my iPhone and film like it's filming right now. So that's where it wins. It's been fun. It's been good. The times I have used this GoPro, it's been good. So I'm really curious how the Insta360 camera is gonna hold up against the GoPro. I think they're just two different cameras. Some guys are saying, oh, you don't need an action camera, you know, if you have the Insta360. That is an action camera. And the one I'm getting, it does have a mode where you just use one of the cameras. You don't have to go 360 mode, so that's kind of cool. But the microphone setup is a little difficult too. I have to have an external microphone, whereas the GoPro Media Mod, I just plug it in and it's ready to go. So that's one thing I do like about the GoPro. The audio sounds pretty good though, huh guys? Like, this is just a Media Mod on the GoPro, the little case it comes in. Excuse me, I'm pretty stuffy. I've been having some allergies recently here. And yeah, speaking about that, it's summertime weather out here, guys. Like, I am in Arizona, so yeah, but I'm in northern Arizona, up 5,000 feet, and it's February, and I'm hot at work. It is like 70 degrees at work. So, you know, I didn't want to believe climate change was a thing, but climate change is definitely a thing, man. I don't know much about it. I'm not a, you know, weather person or a climatologist or whatever these guys are called, but I'll tell you what, that was one of the most disappointing winters I have ever experienced in my life. So we got a Chevy Impala right on my butt. This guy is just all over me. I am a little distracted, you know, making the video, but I guess we're gonna have to do a little pull on this guy. Anyway, yeah, I'm so disappointed with the weather. I mean, what am I complaining about, right? Oh, it's sunny and beautiful every day. No, guys, like, you need to have some seasons. And that's one thing I kind of miss. You know, when I lived in Idaho, I would get all the seasons. And yeah, I hated that the winter was so long, but, you know, it's like Groundhog Day out here sometimes. It's another beautiful day. And I'm not mad at that, but, you know, sometimes I want a little bit of rain, you know? I want a little bit of moisture. I want more snow. All the snow we got, you guys saw my snow videos. Dude, it's all gone. All the snow is gone. So I'm pretty bummed about that. I just got back into snowboarding too, and that's why I'm bummed, because I wanted to snowboard, you know, on some good powder. But the snow they make at Snowball's fine. Even when it's warmer out, it's fine. But last weekend we were there at the bottom of the ski lifts, it's all slushy. So that's not ideal for snowboarding at all. But yeah, I don't plan on doing these Canyon commute videos very much. So you guys enjoy them while I make them, because, you know, after working all day, I'm usually never in the mood to make a video. So I'm glad that I pushed myself to do it. Hopefully you guys are getting to see a little bit of the views outside the back window and everything. But next time I do something like this, maybe I'll put a little more effort into it, you know, and I'll have the GoPro shot inside here, have the Insta360 on the back of the car or something like that, so you guys can see that randomly while, like, we can cut in and out from this and that, you know. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, of course, now we're behind a big camper. And we just, yeah, there's like 3-4 cars up here in the line, so no more passing anybody. But yeah, I've been thinking about the drone for like a month or two now. One of my friends has a drone, and every time I go out camping with him or whatever, he flies it, and I'm like, man, this is so cool. But use case, what's my use case? I drive a BRZ. I don't drive a 4Runner or a lifted Outback. Maybe in the future I will get a lifted Subaru, but for now we're doing this. And so Insta360, you can kind of get drone-like shots with the 10-foot selfie stick, and you can just like come up and down and fly around and make drone-like shots. So that solves that problem. And like, a drone is like, I don't think I'm gonna like be using it for the money I would spend. I don't think it's worth it for me to have. And I'm also the type of guy that just likes point and shoot. Like, the GoPro's pretty simple. I just plug it in, go. I just, you know, strap it to the mount, go. iPhone, pretty simple too. Put my DJI mic on there, go. Only trouble with the DJI mic on my iPhone setup is I have to take my OtterBox case off, and then I have to put my DJI mic in the thing right here, in the USB-C. It won't do it with my case, so that kind of, you know, doesn't streamline the process. I love a streamlined filming process. So that's where the drone's like, all right, I gotta park my car, get it out, open the propellers, turn on the thing, turn on the app, launch it into the sky, make sure my shot's good, make sure my car's in the right view, and then, oh, what if I want to try driving? If it's usually just me too. If I wanted to try driving up the canyon here especially, I couldn't imagine trying to have my drone flying over there. I don't know. If anything, I might buy the DJI Neo. That's their like super basic entry-level one. But I think it'd be more for me just to like have it as a fun like RC car, like a toy, you know, like a drone that's fun to fly or like have, but I'm not gonna use it for like super cinematic shots. But anyway, as you guys can see here, now we're kind of getting into the pine trees. We went from the red rocks of Sedona, and now we're approaching the switchbacks here. And pine trees are very prevalent up in Flagstaff. It's actually one of the biggest pine forests in the country, up by Flagstaff. The whole area goes over towards the east more, a tiny bit towards the west, but mostly towards the east. The Mogollon Rim, we're sitting at the edge of the Colorado Plateau, which is pretty cool. Just a giant plateau that's, you know, up to 9,000 feet in some of these elevation areas. There's a WRX. I know that guy. He lives in Sedona and works in Flagstaff, and I live in Flagstaff and work in Sedona, and I always see him coming down the canyon in his white WRX. But yeah, if you guys have any cool ideas for me for videos, let me know. Like I said, I am getting a little burnt out, kind of lacking inspiration, which is definitely not a good sign for me, for my channel. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you know that I have stopped making videos quite a few times because of burnout, because of this or that. So I gotta keep it fresh, I gotta keep new content coming out, and that's why I'm sticking to that once a week schedule, because that's something that, hey man, I don't care how down you are, I don't care how bad you're feeling, I don't care how tired you are, everybody can do one video a week. I mean, even just do something like this. That's why I'm recording this. If maybe I won't use this, maybe I will, but I'm trying it. I've been thinking about it for a while, and now I'm actually doing it, the whole commute up the canyon. So we got to do more variety of videos like this. But you know, kill two birds with one stone. Why go out to a different crazy place when I'm already driving one of the coolest roads in Arizona? Make videos while I'm on this road. It just makes sense. So yeah, now we're approaching the switchbacks, and this is a perfect car for this job too, you guys. Like the BRZ, this is one of the reasons why I got the BRZ, is because I know my commute, I know what I drive every day. I'm not at stoplights, I'm not like going in and out of the clutch, I'm not burning my clutch out. This is what this car was designed to do, was carve canyons. And the only kind of bummer is there's always traffic in this road at night, so I can't really do what I want to do as much. You know, take corners a little faster and have fun with the car. Can't really do too much of that at night, but in the mornings, way less traffic. Here we go on first switchback right here. It's been a beautiful day though. Even though I'm complaining about the climate change and how hot everything is in February, it is beautiful. And Arizona's kind of always like this, but it hasn't been this bad since I've been here. I've been here almost 5 years, and it has never been this warm in February. So this is a little freaky. I don't like it. I want it to be cold for another month or two. A lot of it's nostalgia because I grew up in Idaho. I love snow. I love Subarus. You know, that's why I like Subarus so much, because I come from the Northwest. There's a huge community up there. And the BRZ is the perfect Subaru for Arizona because it doesn't ever, I mean, this is pretty normal, but it's extreme for Arizona. It's still a dry state. It's just like the temperature is way too warm. I looked at it, and it was like 18 degrees above the daily average. That's so warm. But it is supposed to cool down next week, so I think we'll be all right. Hopefully we get some snow in March, though. That would be awesome. All right, we're up the second switchback now here. And honestly, I can't complain about this commute though. You know, this is one of the most beautiful roads. This is, when I drove down this road when I first came to Arizona, I was like, all right, I want to live here. And now I live here. So, and now I drive that road that inspired me to live here. I get to drive this to work. So I really need to count my blessings here. You know, I got it pretty good. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a great day wherever you are. Hopefully your commute is fun and not too long. It is a lot of time I spend in the car every day, you know, like. And then on Saturday, I gotta go to a meeting that's like an extra half an hour early, so I gotta wake up at like 5. Yeah, it sucks. But that's all part of being an adult, is we gotta go to work, we gotta make money, but we also gotta make time for things we enjoy. And I think we also gotta try to grind our way out of just working the one job. You know, you can't rely on that for your only source of income, you know. Try some DoorDash, try some YouTube. There's always ways to progress in that stuff. I'm kind of over DoorDash at this point. It was fun. I did it for a while, and I know I can do it if I really need to get some money. But I'm way more motivated to make content on YouTube than hustle DoorDash. You know, at least with YouTube, I can be creative, and it doesn't even feel like a job half the time. It just feels like I'm having fun. And especially, you know, when I get to edit and make the content how I want to make it, I like that creative aspect of YouTube. It's fun. That's what it is. It's exciting, it's fun, and that's why I've been doing it off and on for like 10 years. But I think a lot of it is just getting comfortable on the camera. It definitely takes some practice, and if you stop doing it, it's not something that you just pick up right away again, I don't think. That's one of the hardest things I would say for sure, is just being comfortable on camera. And you just gotta do it. Just turn on the camera and do it. I find it helps when I don't have like a screen that I'm looking at myself. Like the iPhone, when you're using the front-facing camera, you can see yourself. I don't think that's good. I think if you just see like the little device, that's better than seeing your reflection, because then you're like, you know, getting self-conscious. So the GoPro makes it pretty nice here. My ears are, when your ears are popping on your commute, that's how you know it's a pretty hefty commute. Here we're going up the last switchback, I'm pretty sure. I think this is it. And there is a viewpoint at the top, so we'll finish going up here, and then at the top I will get out, and we'll end this video. I don't think the overlook's open though, so I think we have to just turn around. Oh man, there's not like a good spot to turn off up here, because I think they close this overlook. Oh, my ears. I think they close the overlook at like 5, and it's 6:30. Oh, dude, that sucks. Yeah, that gate's closed, so we can't go there. So, oh, I know where we'll go. There's a turnoff over here. We'll just go over here to this turnoff and finish this video up, and I'm gonna get my jacket on. Flagstaff's way colder than Sedona, that's for sure. The temperature, and that's why my allergies, I think, are so bad, because the temperature fluctuates so much throughout the day. Can I go in here, dude? Oh, yeah. Everyone, don't get your panties in a bunch. Somebody's turning. People drive like maniacs out here. It's so annoying. This is where the cops hang out all the time to catch us when we're speeding up there. So, I've never been down this road before. This is pretty cool. This is like the maintenance area. Anyway, so I'm gonna get out and end this video. And yeah. All right, well, I appreciate you guys watching this. I know it might have been a little bit boring, but that is part of my commute going up the canyon. Now we're at the top of the canyon, so all it really is a bunch of pine trees, and it's pretty flat, and there's a couple blind crests, which are kind of fun. And maybe in another video, we will show you guys some of that. But for now, I think that's gonna be it. One thing to note is there's so many elk out here. There's a lot of accidents, and there's always like caution signs saying watch for elk. So that's something that to be very cautious of if you do come up here. And yeah, that's about it. I'm over here at the big warehouse area for the city And I think that's all a bunch of dirt or salt or whatever they use on the roads when it is icy. And if you can't see in there, that thing is like halfway full. Like, they're not using any of it this year. That's how bad the winter is, or how mild it is. So anyway, it's kind of cool being out here. But yeah, I'm not going to ramble on any further, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you guys want to see next time. Peace out from Flagstaff, Arizona.